Eve of the very first and only vice presidential debate of campaign 2016, the talk on the campaign trail is taxes, specifically Donald Trump's taxes. KCAL 9 political reporter Bryan joins us now with a look at how the New York Times report has really opened up a whole new line of attacks for Clinton and her camp.
No question about it. It's only Monday, but already it's been a bad week for Trump so far. Donald Trump's week-long losing streak since the first presidential debate appears to be continuing tonight, with issues popping up in every direction, from his foundation to his remarks about PTSD to his taxes. And now new poll numbers are moving in the wrong direction for him. A CBS News poll of likely voters nationwide shows Hillary Clinton now leading Donald Trump by 4 points, a significant change from the September poll taken before the first debate, which showed them tied at 42. And nearly a third of the voters who watched that first debate say their impression of Clinton improved, and more than a third say their impression of Trump got worse. So the bitter debate over his taxes couldn't come at a worse time for him.
As a businessman and real estate developer, I have legally used the tax laws to my benefit and to the benefit of my company.
There were no apologies from Trump at a rally in Colorado after the New York Times reported he claimed a business loss of nearly $916 million on his 1995 personal tax returns. Losses which could have shielded Trump from paying federal income taxes for nearly 2 decades, an outcome he allowed himself to brag about.
Honestly, I have brilliantly used those laws.
What kind of genius loses $1 billion in a single year? Now, how anybody can lose $1, let alone $1 billion, in the casino industry is kind of beyond me, right?
Clearly, Hillary Clinton disagrees with Trump on this. Trump has refused to release any of his tax returns so far. The 1995 documents were anonymously mailed to the New York Times.
And I was walking by my mailbox. I check it frequently, and I looked in, and there was an envelope addressed from the Trump Tower.
So to have them tumble out of an envelope, you know, your first reaction really is skepticism.
Trump did not deny the Times report, and at the first debate, he indicated he was proud about not paying taxes.
He didn't pay any federal income tax. So
that makes
if
me
he's
smart.
paid...
Trump not only defends his tactics, but he has adopted the mantra of others who don't pay taxes.
I hate the way they spend our tax dollars.
Trump supporters, like former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, are using the word genius a lot.
It shows you what a genius he is, how smart he is, how intelligent he is. Don't you think a man who has this kind of economic genius is a lot better for the United States?
You work hard. You pay your taxes.
Now the Clinton campaign and Democratic super PACs supporting her are running new TV ads blasting Trump on taxes.
I want a president who's proud of our country, not a president who is proud of getting out of paying taxes.
The latest polls show Clinton is trailing Donald Trump by 5 points in Ohio, where she campaigned Monday. But while there, she picked up a big endorsement from the state's biggest sports star, Cleveland Cavaliers superstar LeBron James.
I mean, our kids are our future. And I believe Barack started it. I believe Hillary's going to continue it.
And on Monday, another new snag for Trump. The Attorney General of New York State, a Clinton supporter, ordered Trump's charitable foundation to stop soliciting contributions in that state because he said it's not properly registered there. Also under investigation there, charges that Trump used charitable funds for personal gain. The Trump campaign says the foundation will comply with the order, but questioned whether insider politics was behind it. And Trump's comments on post-traumatic stress are also igniting a bitter debate. He told a veterans group in Virginia that returning soldiers who suffer from mental health issues may not be as strong as those who don't.
When you talk about the mental health problems, when people come back from war and combat and they see things that maybe a lot of the folks in this room have seen many times over, and you're strong and you can handle it, but a lot of people can't handle it.
Vice President Joe Biden told a Clinton rally there are 20 suicides a month among Iraq war veterans, and he said Trump's words are inappropriate.
Where in the hell is he from? No. This is deadly earnest. I don't think he was trying to be mean. He is just so thoroughly, completely uninformed.
Now, this has been an issue that many veterans groups have been fighting for years. The image that returning soldiers who have stress-related mental health issues are somehow weaker or softer than their fellow soldiers who don't. Elsa?